Greetings, adventurer. In this video, we're going to take a look at our Act 5 Chasm of the Accursed 3D printable miniatures. First, let's take a look at the world they inhabit. The chasm is made up of 4 mountains, one of which is called Hollow Point, and it has been mined for ore and minerals for the past 4,000 years. The other 3, including the Island Mountain, are riddled with multi-level caves. There's a vast network of bridges that connects the mountains together. And along the bridge system, you will randomly find shanty homes, workstations, and places of torture. The Dusky River is no place for fun and games, and that's because there are creatures lurking in the waters, and one should be very wary to disturb them. The Accursed are a vile and wicked folk, originally from the surface world. And at the command of God in the heavens above, earth opened its mouth and swallowed the mountain range and all of its inhabitants. That day, the mountain range slid deep below the surface world and came crashing into the caverns of the Dark Elves. Ever since that day, the Dark Elves have been at war with the Accursed, and the Dark Elves call the Accursed Goblins. Now let's take a look at the Accursed. Our first Accursed Goblin sits underneath the bridges, or the lower level of a shanty home, and awaits for a victim. He surprise attacks with both short sword and a rock. Here he is, carefully using a log to swim across the Dusky River, and he has his dagger with him, sitting on top of that log. This one is offering a gift, or you could say he's offering a bribe. You can see behind him, he's holding the club. Obviously, this is a very trustworthy individual. Once someone takes his offer, he pulls out his club and cracks them on the head, takes his offer back, plus all their belongings that he wants. He has a little bit of armor on his leg from the old world, but other than that, this one's more like a scavenger fighter, and he can't be trusted. Here's our first proper warrior, equipped with a shield, helmet, gorget, and he's using a femur bone as a weapon. He also carries rope with him, which is always handy in the chasm. And here is Baby Legs. He's legendary. He's got a torso and upper body the same size as his peers, but his legs are small, underdeveloped, and he's very, very fast. He has a huge sword that he carries with him, and he's like the chief in these parts. And here is Baby Legs sitting on the back of a harvester. The harvester is running double daggers and has some decent gear. And now, after the harvester drops off Baby Legs, he's going to go do some fishing on the docks. Here's another harvester, and this one is mining the chasm. He has some upgraded gear and a nice pickaxe. This is another miner, and he hasn't quite struck it rich. However, he did manage to find a pot to use as a helmet. This is another harvester, and this one is collecting mycelium fungus. The mycelium affects all the Accursed down here, and more so the ones that are harvesting it day in and day out. Here's another warrior, and this one's more like the champion. He has a shield. He's got bracers, he's got a really nice sword. He even has some pouches for carrying around his wealth. Lastly, we have the king. He's as finely dressed as he can possibly be. He has a nice crown, a belt, and a staff. And also notice that him and the other Accursed have no problem looting the tombs of their dead ancestors. And that's why you're seeing them wearing mummified wrappings. So there you have it. This is our first look at the Accursed Goblins from the Act 5 collection. Be sure to head over to our website and download the free miniature from this act. Also, while you're there, subscribe to our website newsletter to be notified about other free items, product updates, and crowdfunding projects like this one. Thank you for joining us, and we wish you good fortune in the adventures to come.